Hello, I'm Christina from The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. And today I have my largest challenge yet. I have a table that is in need of a little bit of love. Wait till you see this beauty and what I'm going to do to transform it. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Welcome to Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. I have 2 booth spaces in the mall, and the project I'm working on is so large that it is not leaving the mall. We're going to do it right in my booth. Luckily, I was able to do it while the mall was closed. I purchased this table from another dealer at the antique mall. It is a 12-foot farmhouse table, and it is desperately in need of a makeover. The table was a part of an estate that the other dealer purchased, and the top of it had glued down large pieces of cardboard to it, and so you can still see the mastic they used to glue it down is on top of the table. So first thing is to clean this beauty up. I am using my DeWalt orbital sander with dust collector. I'm using 100 grit sandpaper. I'm also using, if you can see there in the corner, my shop vac to try to collect up as much dust as possible since I'm doing this indoors. The residue on the top of the table was harder to sand than expected, and my 100 grit sandpaper really wasn't doing the job. In fact, see this first segment that I did? This took me over an hour to sand. So the next course of action was to lower the grit of sandpaper. I went to 80 grit and it made all of the difference. While sanding the table, the edges did have some nails remaining from holding down the top. I did remove those as I worked and sanded the area smooth. I wasn't worried about the highs and lows, and I wasn't going to apply wood filler. This piece was an old farmhouse table, and I wanted it to look that way. Even with the upgraded sandpaper, sanding this piece took a while. It was a labor of love. Sure, I see a piece of furniture and I'm like, I can save it. But sometimes I get in a little over my head. This piece was huge. But once I was done sanding, I loved how it looked. The next step for this project was to stain the top. And since I was working indoors, I was not going to be using those toxic, icky stains. In fact, I don't use them anymore. I prefer to use DIY paint, dark and decrepit, as my all-natural stain. It is so simple to use, and best of all, there are no fumes and water cleanup. To purchase any of the products that I'm using here today, you can shop my online store at shoptheturnedleg.com, or if you're local, you can shop my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Are you enjoying this video? If so, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell for notifications every time I upload a new video. It really helps me to continue to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create. When staining with dark and decrepit, the process is really easy. All woods are a little different. In this case, I brushed it on and wiped it back like you would a stain. If you want to see another video on how I've used dark and decrepit as a stain, you can click on the link above. Since sanding took so much longer than expected, I was unfortunately out of time. So once the stain was dry, I had to restage the piece in my booth. I would have to wait an entire week to apply the top coat because I needed to wait until the mall was closed again. Once dark and decrepit is dry, you don't have to wait a week for your top coat. You can apply the top coat directly. For my top coat, I am using DIY Big Top. It is my favorite top coat. It is also all natural and has no fumes and water cleanup once again. To apply Big Top to this table, I'm going to pour the Big Top into another container so I don't contaminate the original. I'm also using a foam brush to apply. Probably could have done a roller in this case too, but I went with a foam brush. You want to apply your Big Top in long, smooth strokes. Obviously, I can't get from one end to the other, so I worked in sections. Allow the Big Top to dry and then apply another coat. For most pieces, you only need 2 coats of Big Top, but for any dining table, I recommend at least 5. So it was time to do a lot of top coating. So how far can the Big Top go? Well, let me just show you. I did 5 coats of Big Top on a 12-foot table, and I still had about half of the container of Big Top remaining. 5 coats of Big Top completed. I am going to wait now for dry time, and the next morning I'm going to come right when the mall opens to stage the table once again. I returned the next morning and everything had dried beautifully, but I figured it was a really good time with all of the items already being off of the table in my booth to make sure that I had covered all of the areas. I did bring in more dark and decrepit in case there was a spot I missed and a little Big Top. I also wanted to do a little bit more to the apron area of the table. Although I loved the rustic charm of this piece, I needed to brighten up the wood. The perfect item to brighten up old wood is hemp oil. It is also all natural, food safe, there's no odor, and you don't have to worry about it. And it also soaks into the wood beautifully. Once you apply the hemp oil, you can wipe back any excess hemp oil as needed. You can also apply more coats of hemp oil too if it is needed. The table is finished and I learned a lot. Every project I do is different, but perhaps the next time someone offers me a 12-foot table, I might think a few more minutes about it. Although I have to tell you, I just love saving old things. So I probably would say yes again. Some of the surprises along the way was time. I really did not think sanding the table would take as long as it did. Obviously, I underestimated the project, and even just staining and applying the 5 coats of top coat took a lot longer than expected. But I think the end result is worth it, and I'm going to show you pictures of how it turned out in the end. The piece behind me has the same finish on the top. I use it quite often when I'm trying to save the wood, and I don't want all the mess of the normal stain. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it will also encourage you to tackle your big projects, whatever they might be. So get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create. The finished table. Since everything was already off this table and my booth was a mess, I figured it was the perfect time to move things around a bit, including the big table. So it was time for a quick booth makeover.